Pop quiz, business owners. What is the number one tool, the most powerful tool that you can have in your business that will guarantee revenue consistently? And I'll give you a hint. No, it's not your social media account. I know what you're thinking, but Raylen, all of my leads come from Instagram, comes from TikTok. Well, newsflash. In case you've been living under a rock, it looks like TikTok's on the banning list once again for the 15th time. Who knows if that's actually going to go through. Then you have, these other platforms like Instagram and even YouTube that changes their algorithm just with one little click of a button. At least that's how I imagine changing algorithms work. The reach that you used to get no longer exists, which means the leads kind of die out. And when that reach goes down, what happens to your business? You just stop. People stop seeing your stuff. So therefore, people stop buying from you. So no, it's not your social media accounts. It's your email list. It's one of the most powerful tools you can have in your business. Why? Because you own the list. If something changes in the algorithm universe, guess what? Your email list still exists. So in this video, we're going to do something that I think is incredibly important to your business. We're going to talk about email marketing strategies. We're going to talk about the basics, not only on growing your list, but also how do you manage it so you can convert those leads into paying clients. You see, before we even get into how to grow your email list, how do you actually convert, we got to talk about the strategy in and of itself. There's this really great book that I just made a video on called Conquer the Chaos by Clayton Mask. And in this book, dude, my dog is pooping right behind me in this video. Can you get out of the shot if you're going to poop? Go over there. Ugh. I'll wait. Okay, now that she's finished, we can get back to the strategy. Okay, so Clayton Mask wrote this book called Conquer the Chaos. Clayton Mask, if you don't know, CEO of this company called Keep, which is the CRM that I use to actually employ this strategy. In the book, he details out the customer journey. Here's what I want you to think about. The goal of email marketing is to guide your lead from a lead to a raving fan. Now, to give you a terrible analogy for what we're trying to do with email marketing is I want you to imagine a bowling alley. The bowling ball is the lead. The lead needs to hit the pins because ultimately that's where you have a raving fan and everything in between, right? If it stays on course, they become a client. And then once again, they become a raving fan where they give you testimonials. They give you other clients that you could work with. It's outstanding, but we want to make sure those leads don't fall in the gutter. So what is the best way to make sure that your leads don't fall in the gutter? Bumpers. You know those really cool tubes you used to use when you were bowling as a kid and then make sure that the ball doesn't go in the gutter? Those tubes is the strategy that we're talking about today. It's campaigns. It's the way that we can ensure that no lead goes untouched, and ultimately we can make sure we're addressing every single lead that comes in and carrying them on through, making sure they go to the end where they hit all the pins and i.e. becoming a raving fan for you. You see, the problem with most people's strategy when it comes to email marketing is that tons of leads are entering, right? They sign up for your newsletter and then you never talk to them again, or you send them maybe one email over the course of 6 months and guess what? That lead is now dead. The most interesting thing is that Clayton Mask talks about in his book is the percentage of people that end up buying the first time. Turns out only 3% of your audience is going to buy from the first contact. 81% of the people are going to buy after the 5th contact that you make with them. This is the whole reason why people say there is fortune in the follow-up. Email marketing, simply put, is your path. It's the tool to allow you to take your email list, carry them through that customer journey from lead to a paying client to a raving fan. Your email marketing allows them to go through the entire journey, which results into more happy clients, more revenue for you. And the best part is, depending on the CRM that you choose, could be automated, which is pretty awesome. But how in the world can we actually take this strategy and do it? What are the next steps, Raylen? I got you. Here we go. 3 steps to actually starting your email marketing journey and what you need to do today to continue to grow your list and make more money. Okay, so step 1 in actually growing your email list and ultimately being able to drive revenue from your email list, you're gonna need to know every single problem that your customer is facing right now. There's this really great book by Alex Hormozi called The $100 Million Offers. And in that book, he kind of details out this really interesting methodology, the solution to figure out what you should offer your audience. Now, how you actually do this is what I just said. Make a list of every single pain point your customer is facing right now. And we're going to figure out from there what we're going to offer. Now, for simplistic reasons, we're just going to use my business so that way you can kind of see how we're doing this. So I made a list of every single pain point that my customer is facing. And one of them was they know that they're tired of the short form content, but yet they don't know how to use YouTube. And as a result of that, they don't know how to generate leads from YouTube. And they're not the typical content creator, right? They're individuals who just want to generate leads for the business, and they're not sitting trying to be popular on YouTube. What they're trying to do is generate leads. And so A pain point is I don't know how to generate leads from YouTube. By the way, if that's you, cool thing is in the description below, I actually have the YouTube masterclass that solves this problem. See what we're doing? We're growing an email list. Which brings me to step 2. We're gonna create an offer that solves this pain point. I chose video, and why I chose video is because, as you can tell, I'm better talking than I am writing. I don't wanna create an ebook, and honestly, depending on the industry you're in, I think ebooks are kind of dead. That's just me though. This offer is your lead magnet. You probably heard this term before. It is you creating something to solve a pain point for them in exchange for their email. But here's the thing, it can't just be anything. You can't throw something at the wall and just say, hey, I think this is worth your email. Because honestly, depending on who you ask, they feel like their email address is worth like at least $15. So we have to be able to sell the lead magnet, which means you need to create a landing page for it, come up with some good copy to convince them that, hey, this thing can actually solve your problems, and the best part is it's free. All right, so now the third and final step to this might get a little complicated, but I feel like since you're watching so far, you're carrying along with me and you know what you're doing. You're like, Raylen, this is all old news. Give me some real strategy that's gonna change my business, and here it is. You're gonna build a slow track and a fast track. Remember what I said earlier, that Clayton Mask in his book, Conquer the Chaos, this little guy right here, said that only 2% of sales close in the first contact. That means that you shoot them a DM or you offer your product or service, and the first time you reach out to them, 2% of them are gonna close. They're gonna say, hey, here's my money. I want this pain point gone. Let's get to work. 3% of them are actually gonna convert on the second contact, 4% on the third, 10% on the fourth, and once again, 81% is going to close on the fifth contact or after. Which is why we have to build a fast track and a slow track. The fast track is exactly what you may think it is. It's an offer saying, hey, I know you just downloaded this lead magnet, but I feel like I can help you right now. Do you want to take action on that? How do we do this? All right, you remember when I said you have to create a landing page for the lead magnet? Now on the thank you page of this, we're not gonna waste any time. The thank you page is normally just something that says, hey, thank you for downloading the lead magnet. It's a waste of space and it's a waste of time. So on this thank you page, we're actually gonna go straight to the offer. Hey, do you wanna buy this thing? Now, the thing that you choose to sell could be a low ticket digital product, for example, or even maybe a strategy call, or maybe the whole kit and caboodle, whatever the high ticket or whatever the flagship product you currently have. But the point is, this is to make sure that anybody that wants to take action, we're not wasting their time, they'll allow them to buy now. The lead magnet, once again, going back to the strategy, is how we're gonna collect the lead. Now we have to turn them into a paying client. How I like to do this is building in an indoctrination sequence. This is basically a series of emails that tell them about what you do, the pain points you solve, and what's in it for them if they take action on it. Once that's done, we're gonna go ahead and offer the flagship product or service or whatever it is that you do. You follow me so far? I know it's kind of a lot, but if you follow this, I promise you it actually works. But now what do we do when they don't buy? If they don't buy, no big deal. We're gonna build them a slow track. This is where newsletters are incredibly important, because depending on your newsletter, for me, I email twice a week for a newsletter. This means that every single week, 2 different times, they're gonna hear from me, which then increases the amount of contact that I have with that person. Over time, it will lead them to buy, especially if we see the same offer again and again. This is your slow track. So after they download the lead magnet, you're gonna initially offer them whatever product or service you have. If they don't buy, no big deal. We're gonna build in the slow track. After they download it, you're gonna say, hey, I think you should join my newsletter because this is amazing for X and Y reasons. And then over the course of several weeks, maybe months, they will end up buying from you, especially if you build in what's called the super signature. For me, I have a PS line at every single email that says, hey, here's 3 ways that I can help you. And that's ultimately how you can turn those leads into paying clients. So just to recap, I know it was a lot. Step 1, list out every single problem your future client has. Step 2 is build an offer, i.e. a lead magnet that's gonna solve one of those problems, and it's gonna be worthy enough of the client's email. Step 3, you're gonna build in a slow track and a fast track. The fast track allows them to buy today, whereas the slow track allows them to decide what they wanna do over time, and this will still lead to them buying. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the best part about this strategy is, depending on the CRM you choose, you can automate this. It means as soon as somebody actually downloads your lead magnet, all of this is happening while you're sleeping. Currently, right now, if you go and you download the lead magnet that I talked about earlier, I don't have to respond to you. It automatically happens, and the follow-up sequence happens, and the indoctrination sequence happens, and everything happens automatically. It's kind of magic. This is why email marketing by far is the #1 tool that you should be using in your business. With that being said, that's it. That's the basics to email marketing. And if you use this for your business, whether you're a content creator, you're a business owner, you're an entrepreneur, I don't care what you are and what you identify as. The good part is if you use email marketing, it will grow your business if you build it right. So with that being said, that's it. That is the basics to email marketing, the strategy you can use right now to grow your business. And the best part is if this video does well and people like it, I'll probably do more videos about how to grow your business with different various tools and strategies. But for now, that's it. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll catch you in the next video.